Remember, in the old days, it was easier to isolate in the post. Nowadays, with defenses allowed to overload and zone up, help is always there. So I think for Dwight, he's got to focus on defense and rebounding and let the offense come when it's there.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Nobody near game. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on, and he's off to the good start.
Now here is Howard. Harden inside the three-point line. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. He feeds it to Cousins. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Terry the pass to Howard. No good. Nice D from Cousins. Kings leading now by 4. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. From 10 feet out. And he can't bank that one in. Here's McLemore. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
Some changes here for the Kings. Landry comes in for Jason Thompson. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Darren Collison. Now here is Miller. Cousins with a screen on Terry. And Cousins kicks to Landry. And it's Miller penetrating. High post Cousins. Off the left rim and out.
Look at the big man there. He knows how to go up and get that rebound.
And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jell-O. You got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
Gay dishes to Cousins. And yes, sir, that one drops. Got his third basket of the night.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. McLemore is out there with Andre Miller. And it's Gay in the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. That one goes. Count it. Gay's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Sacramento.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. That really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
Now here's Brewer. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. And it's Prigioni missing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Now a look at Rudy Gay, some of the numbers on him. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling things out there. He's averaging 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Houston making a switch here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Dorsey. Jones comes in for Josh Smith. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. And James Harden subbed in for Johnson.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
It's Harden with the drive. And stolen by Gay. Gay right side. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is good. Gay's got the lead up to 6 now for Sacramento.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
You know, last season, the Sacramento Kings crowd set a world record for the loudest roar at an indoor sports stadium. Talk about analytics being on display. Here's a case in point, folks. 126 decibels. Now, 127 is where you can cause permanent hearing loss. My hope and prayer is that the record stays at 126.
Here is Harden following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Shots good by McLemore.
And for these Sacramento fans, winning that noise record, a nice way to represent their passion and dedication. They fought to keep this team, and they deserve it.
That's good. And it's 8 points for James Harden. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And for the Kings, playing in one of the oldest arenas in the NBA, big plans, Clark, for a new downtown arena.
And clearly a very ambitious ownership group, and they've said this new arena has to be spectacular. They're looking to build something with the wow factor to become a California landmark. We'll see if it can happen.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Hollins is checked in. Williams comes in for Carl Landry. Stauskas is jumped in for McLemore. And it's Collison in for Miller. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, we all know James Harden, one of the league's leading scorers at the free throw line. Coach McHale has said when he's able to play downhill before the defense gets set, he's just a handful. He's a great finisher, a great free throw shooter, and he's got a knack for getting fouled. Guys, Harden is fast, strong, and so sneaky with that sweep-through move.
He lives at the line, Doris. Thanks. Now Harden. After the missed three from Derek Williams. That's good. And that's now 10 points for James Harden.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Off the pick. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And they're on the break. Ariza no look. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Collison. They set the pick.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Second personal foul.
Darren Collison could be the fastest player in the NBA with the ball in his hands. Westbrook, Parker, obviously in the conversation as well, but boy, Collison, the son of 2 track stars, he is just explosive.
And Collison loves to use his quickness at both ends, a blur in transition, Clark, and defensively, he'll hound you for the full 94 feet.
Well, again, we've talked about this before, Kevin. You've got to play to your strengths. He's a little undersized, but as they say, speed kills, and he looks to make the most of his speed.
Here's Sacramento. They're on a 13-4 run. And Caspi kicks to Collison. Right side, Collison. Hollins. No good on that last second. And so that brings the first half to a close. Kings lead by 11. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's been a revelation here tonight. Clark scoring almost at will there in the half.
Hard to imagine he'll keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but you never know.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. And it's Terry in at point guard. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Rockets trail by 15. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Harden the double. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And DeMarcus Cousins again. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Harden. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. Shot from the wing. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Howard with a screen on game. Harden the pass to Howard. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it. They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Gay outside. Collison gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Collison's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and